If you are ready to make the best chocolate fudge you have ever tried, this video is for you. This fudge isn't just delicious, it's also dairy-free, vegan, and it comes together in 10 minutes. Hey, and welcome to my vegan holiday recipe series. I have lots of delicious recipes planned, and I know you're gonna love this chocolate fudge, so let's get right into it. We're gonna start with what might be the hardest part of this recipe, which is preparing the pan. I'm using an 8x8 pan, and I like to use one that has these very square sides so that we don't have fudge tapering off around the edges. I also cut a piece of parchment paper to the width of the pan. When you cut this, you wanna make sure that it's long enough to hang over the edges. And to keep the parchment in place, I am going to spray some oil in the pan first. Then I'm gonna add the parchment paper and secure it with some clips. And then I'm just going to spray the parchment paper again. All right, so next we're gonna get a medium pot or saucepan, and we're gonna add in a cup of full-fat coconut milk, 1 1/3 cups of sugar, 2 tablespoons of vegan butter, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. In case you're worried about this recipe tasting like coconut, don't be. We're adding plenty of chocolate to cover up that coconut flavor, and I have shared it with multiple non-vegan friends, and I asked them specifically. They all said they could not taste any coconut in there. All right, so then we're just gonna turn the heat on to medium-low, and we're just gonna whisk that. Keep on whisking until that sugar is fully dissolved. Before you add in the chocolate, make sure you turn off the heat. Now we're gonna add 3 1/4 cups of vegan mini chocolate chips and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And you're just gonna keep whisking that until the chocolate is totally melted and everything is smooth and shiny. And then I'm just gonna use my heat-resistant rubber spatula to pour this all into the prepared pan, smooth it out, and then it's just gonna go in the fridge to chill for about 2 hours or until it's set. And once it's chilled, the last thing we need to do is just cut it into squares. So you can make the squares as big or as small as you want, but I'm gonna cut this into 25 squares. And to keep it even, I made a grid out of parchment paper. I did get this technique from a YouTube video. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I will link it in the description below in case you wanna check it out. So I'm gonna start by scoring the fudge on top, and then I'm just gonna go in with full cuts. To get the cleanest cuts, you wanna make sure that you rinse the knife with hot water in between each slice and dry it off. And then I'm just gonna sprinkle some flaky sea salt on top. And that's it. This fudge is so rich and delicious. It's definitely one of my favorite nostalgic holiday treats. You can keep this fudge at room temperature. It will not melt, but I recommend before you eat it at least, put it in the fridge because you're gonna get the best texture. At room temperature, it won't melt, but it will be a little bit on the soft side. All right, well, that is all for this video, but I do hope I will see you again for some of my future holiday videos. In the meantime, if you want to check out some of my past holiday videos, I will leave a playlist for you on the end screen. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.